Hello everybody and welcome to Buffalo Bridal Association's Wedding Planning Weekly, brought to you by the Collins Banquets and Key Video Productions. I'm Beth Clark.
And I'm Ben Fantaski. Our show is all about introducing you to trustworthy local business professionals that have one mission, and that is to make your wedding day dreams come true.
That's right, Ben. And over the next half hour, we'll be showcasing some of today's hottest fashions. And in our BBA Q&A segment, we visit with Jeff Toy, owner of Toy Bros Entertainment. He'll discuss the 8 must-ask questions you should consider before even thinking about signing on the dotted line for any potential wedding vendor.
You'll definitely want to stick around for that.
Here's an interesting stat. Did you know that the cost of a wedding in Western New York averages a little over $24,000? So if you're in the planning stage, it makes sense to surround yourself with good advice. And a great way to meet face-to-face with some of the area's best wedding planners and dozens of the Buffalo Bridal Association wedding vendors all on the same day is the Buffalo Bridal Expo, happening in just 2 weeks from today, Sunday, January 24th.
Along with some great fashion previews, we have some fantastic prizes to give away that day. Earlier this week, I had the opportunity to speak with Don Schragle, owner of Distinctive Occasions and our show producer for the Expo. Don, welcome to Wedding Planning Weekly.
Thanks, Ben.
I want to talk about the Expo in a moment, but before we get into that, you're a wedding planner with a very solid reputation in town. Question: with today's hands-on bride, who very often want to do everything on their own, why should they consider hiring a wedding planner?
Well, first of all, Ben, we're experts in our field. We've been in the industry for years, and we know what it takes to create a successful event. Some people have the impression that when they're hiring a planner, they're going to take over their wedding and they won't be able to make any decisions or be hands-on. That's not the case. When you hire a qualified and experienced professional, that person is going to work with you to produce a cohesive and seamless event that really reflects your personality and your relationship. You know, we do have a working relationship with many trusted area vendors in town, and what we'll do is we can help save you time and make the most of your budget by matching you with appropriate vendors.
So when a couple hires you for their wedding, what is your role during the planning process, and more specifically, on the day of the wedding?
Well, as your wedding consultant, we can offer as much or as little support as you desire during the planning process. We don't want the wedding couple to have to work on the day of the wedding. We don't want you to work, we don't want your family to work or your bridal party. What we do is we begin by attending to the bride and bridesmaids at the location where they're getting ready. We'll monitor the setup of the ceremony and reception locations. We serve as the liaison for all of the vendors and logistics that are going on. If any unexpected issues arise, we'll take care of that. We also attend to anything that your guests need, and we'll take care of them and all of their questions. And then at the end of the night, we will pack up all of your gifts and personal items for you. And throughout the day, we really make sure that we pamper the couple, making sure that you're enjoying your time as the guests of honor.
Now, Don, I know that in just 2 weeks, your company is exhibiting at Buffalo Bridal Expo at Seneca Niagara Casino. Why should couples attend, and what can they expect to find at the Expo?
The Expo is a great way to start or to finish up your wedding planning. It's a good place to get your questions answered and meet potential vendors. You can make appointments, you'll have the opportunity to see beautiful fashions, view inspiring decor, and sample food. My newest venture, The Littlest Guest, will be exhibiting at the Expo. We will be providing on-site childcare for wedding receptions, keeping the littlest of guests entertained and out of the way while their parents can enjoy the reception. So be sure to stop by and say hi.
In addition to having your booth at the Expo, you're in charge of prizes. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yes, there's always a lot of great prizes to win at the Expo. Plan to make a day of it, as you must be present to win all prizes. Prizes are going to be given out all throughout the day. When you arrive, you're given a sheet of tickets, which you can enter into our receptacles for the grand prize drawings. Some of the prizes that we have to give away this year are a bridal gown and veil from Bridal Chateau. We have a $500 retail tuxedo from Tuxedo Junction. We have engagement photo sessions, limousine packages, overnight hotel stays, and spa services. So there's a lot to win. We also have 2 great fashion shows where you'll be winning over 20 prizes each. We have various contests. We're giving away prizes on social media. And also we'll have a special prize drawing for our VIP ticket holders. So there's a ton of stuff to win.
It's all happening Sunday, January 24th at Seneca Niagara Resort and Casino in beautiful Niagara Falls, New York. It's Buffalo Bridal Expo 2016, and it's going to be a great event with 2 full-blown runway shows. It's also your chance to shop dozens of service providers and find the people with whom you feel most comfortable. You'll find everything you need at the Expo, so it's possible to plan your whole wedding all in one great day. Thank you, Don, for being with me today.
Thanks for having me, Ben.
Stay with us, everybody. There's lots more to come right after these messages. This portion of the program is brought to you by Buffalo's Best Videos, premier wedding storytelling, and by Eyes on Harlem and Eyes Downtown. Better vision for a better life.
You change your style. Why not your eye color? Comfort, breathability, stunning natural beauty. Whether you're in front of the lens or behind, your eyes tell a lot about you. Which color best suits your look? Well, that's up to you. Air Optics Colors contact lenses. Available at Eyes on Harlem and Eyes Downtown. Better vision for a better life.
If you only make it to one bridal show before your wedding, this is the show of shows and you won't want to miss it. It's Buffalo Bridal Expo, featuring fashion shows throughout the day and thousands of dollars in discounts and prizes. Come to the expo, the Buffalo Bridal Expo, Sunday, January 24th at Seneca Niagara Resort and Casino, and plan your whole wedding in one great day. Tickets are free, but they're going fast. Register today and instantly download your tickets at buffalobridalexpo.com. That's buffalobridalexpo.com.
Gone are the days where a couple would select the one wedding venue in their hometown and then check that task off the wedding planning list. With the growing number of venues in our area, couples need to think about a wide variety of questions before they go ahead and select their space. Choosing a wedding venue might seem like a task consisting of only liking a space or not liking it, but in reality, there is way more to consider than just that.
I'm with Heidi Conshafter, banquet manager here at the Columns Banquet Facility in Elma, and what a beautiful facility it is. Heidi, thanks so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Heidi, as a banquet coordinator here at the Columns, what is your role?
My role is to assist the couples from the time they walk in to view the facility for the very first time, work through all their details, their dreams, and make it happen for them the evening of the reception.
That sounds like you're the architect for the biggest day of their life.
I guess so.
That is a special role.
Thank you.
When a newly engaged couple schedules an appointment with you, what should be on their checklist to talk about?
Well, the very most important thing is the date. We need to make sure that we can accommodate the date, the time of the year that they're looking for, the amount of people that they're looking to have for their guests attending the reception, and then, of course, the things that are most important to them.
The little details that gives the wedding that particular signature?
Exactly.
Let's talk about the timeline. How soon before the wedding should couples secure their reception site?
I would say as soon as they finish getting off the phone with their grandmother and announcing that they've gotten engaged, they should give us a call next.
So maybe 18 months, 12 to 18 months, something like
Exactly,
that?
a year to a year and a half.
So the experience couples will have when they choose to have their reception here at the Columns is pretty special. What makes it different and what can they expect?
Well, as soon as the bride walks into our door, she will be greeted with a beautiful lobby area with a crystal chandelier and a warm fireplace. Then they'll be able to go into our bridal suite where they can take time to prepare, get ready. Then at that point, they'll be able to walk down the aisle in our lush garden area where we will be holding ceremonies. They can then walk down stone stairs onto the stamped concrete patio with a cascading waterfall and fire pits. It's a great background to have their first hour of cocktails and hors d'oeuvres. At that place, they can also have their pictures taken.
Now, those pictures are happening here, all under one roof,
Right.
on the patio, with the waterfall and the fireplace. I mean, there's really no sense in leaving.
There's absolutely no reason to leave once you arrive. You can take care of all those little details right here. Then after the cocktails and hors d'oeuvres, they can then go into our grand ballroom. We have high ceilings and beautiful windows that overlook this outdoor space that I'm describing to you.
That sounds beautiful. Thanks for joining me, Heidi. And couples, if you want to reserve a date, discuss menu selections, or schedule a tour, call Heidi at the Columns Banquets at 674-3241.
For 4 generations, the Olsen family has been serving up smiles with the delicious desserts everyone loves. From famous Wisconsin Kringles to authentic European pastries, Olsen's offers an incredible selection of unique treats for every taste. And now, the Olsen family invites you to experience their European cafe, featuring seasonal salads, gourmet wraps, and signature paninis on fresh-baked bread. So whether you're looking for a divine dessert or a memorable meal, Olsen's Bakery Cafe is sure to satisfy. Stop in today and make Olsen's your family bakery.
It's time to visit the relevant vendors that will be providing products and services on your wedding day. Now, hiring the right team is critical to planning your dream wedding, but it can also be somewhat stressful. So how do you find the right match for you? How do you know who to trust and where to go for advice? Well, to help us answer some of these questions is Jeff Toy, owner of Toy Brothers Entertainment. He has over 10 years of experience providing DJs, photo booths, and uplighting in both Buffalo and Rochester. So he knows a thing or two about our local wedding industry. Welcome, Jeff, to Wedding Planning Weekly. It's great to have you with us.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you.
You say do your homework. Where does a newly engaged couple begin?
Obviously, living in the age that we do, you need to look up online. Many of the brides that we have done business with in the past, or any company, the brides are going to talk, and they're going to talk after the wedding. So you can go online, check out WeddingWire, check out Facebook, do your research online, look up the average cost of different things, and you can just ask your friends very easily now.
Yeah, and don't forget BuffaloBridalAssociation.com.
Exactly.
So having an actual face-to-face meeting is by far the best way to interview potential vendors. You get to fully experience the personality, style, and professionalism. So one of the biggest mistakes a couple can make is
hiring a friend of a friend. Many people hire friends to do things, whether it be photography, videography, DJ, any kind of service. They're not trained. They're not professionally trained. There's a lot that goes into weddings that people don't know about, and they think they can do it, but when it comes to the night of, you really want somebody that does this full time, that does it for a living, that's a member of the Buffalo Bridal Association, so they know what's going on.
Absolutely. Now let's fast forward a bit. Our couple about to be married has scheduled a meeting with a potential vendor. What are some of the telltale signs that a vendor may or may not be a good fit?
When you get in a meeting, they need to be comfortable with you. You need to be able to ask questions, and they need to be able to answer those questions confidently. Confidence is key. Somebody that's well-trained and a professional is going to know the answers to those questions that you may ask or that you may have needs for.
I guess then it's all about your gut, isn't it? I mean, if something feels funny, probably is, and you should probably walk away.
At the end of the day, you're going to be dealing with this person for a year, 6 months, 2 years, whatever it is. So it's more than just the night of your wedding. It's leading straight up to it.
So bottom line is connecting with your vendors. Give me another tip.
Book early. As I was just saying, is that you're going to be dealing with these vendors for 6 months, a year, 2 years, and the good ones, the confident ones, the ones that you're going to want to work with are going to book up early. So you're going to want to book with those people as soon as you can.
Fantastic information. Now here's a man who knows a lot about the wedding industry here in Western New York. To wrap it up, 8 must-ask questions to ask all your potential vendors. Number 1, how much experience do you have? The number of weddings equals the amount of skills that any vendor has. Number 2, how much do you charge? Remember, generally the most talented professionals have a higher price tag because they're worth it. Number 3, how much is the deposit? 4, what is included in the cost? Remember, the lowest price isn't necessarily the best deal. Must ask question number 5, what happens if you cancel? 6, do you use a contract? If the answer is no, run. Don't settle for a verbal contract that won't hold up in court. Number 7, are there additional fees? Taxes, service charges, travel fees. They can all add up quickly, and all of these should be clearly defined in your contract. And number 8, and finally, do you carry liability insurance? The answer you're looking for here is yes. Jeff, if newly engaged couples want to get a hold of you, what do they need to do?
They can just call us at 479-1133 or visit us online at www.toybros.com.
Toy Brothers Entertainment, a proud member of the Buffalo Bridal Association. Thank you so much, Jeff.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Michael and Jeff. Shop your reception vendors wisely because, as we say week after week, couples who are planning to get married are about to spend more money than they ever have on things they've never purchased before from businesses they've probably never heard of.
And that's why it's so important to choose companies from the roster of the Buffalo Bridal Association when planning every aspect of your wedding, including your wedding fashion styles.
At Tuxedo Junction, we make fitting your out-of-town groomsmen easy. Send in your measurements, keep track of your guys with My Wedding Planner, have a tuxedo ready and waiting in the city where your ceremony is taking place. All online at tuxedojunction.com. Let the guys travel, not the tuxedos. With hundreds of colors to choose from, we coordinate with all major dress designers. Order your free color swatch today at tuxedojunction.com. You've found your perfect color. Now, find your perfect match. When you want your wedding party to look their best, Tuxedo Junction is the place to go, with the newest styles and the latest trends. We carry exclusive designers you won't find anywhere else, including Calvin Michaels New York, Perry Ellis, and Oleg Cassini. Visit us at tuxedojunction.com.
This portion of the program was sponsored by Ilio de Palos, a Western New York tradition since 1965.
Ilio de Palos Restaurant, Ringside Lounge, and Banquet Facility. Ilio de Palos, we cater to your dreams.
Tuxedo Junction. Stop in or go online to order your free swatches today.
The last 5 years has brought more changes to the video film industry than anyone had thought possible. And video that was once poorly rated in comparison to photography has made a justified resurgence in recent times.
New technology has made it possible to provide not just a wedding video look, but a wedding film look at an affordable price for couples looking for the ultimate cinematic recording of their day.
Dan, you and Sarah are like a puzzle piece. You go together so well, and I just can't wait for your life to begin together. We like to horse around a lot.
I've always dreamed about this day, even when you were a little girl, Sarah. You were running away from us down that sidewalk. Always ready to trip and fall and pushing the envelope, just wanting to do your own thing. And I love that about you.
Over the rainbow, bluebirds fly.
Hope you got that.
come true. Ooh, someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind.
I'm kind of regretting inviting all of the people to the church, but I'm excited. I'm excited for the reception, and I'm excited to see Dan. Remember the moment I was going to marry you, and then I kind of just had to wait for you to ask. It was about the second I went to Chicago, and when you left, I knew right then that someday I'd marry you and never let you go. So I'm so excited to see you, and I can't wait to be your wife and to finally get our life started.
Dream that you did to, oh why can't I?
You look so handsome. You're such a wonderful.
Oh, someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind.
He might pass out though. Really? He gets really nervous like in these kinds of situations.
I am pretty nervous. I didn't think I would be this nervous, but I'm excited too. I know Sarah's gonna look really pretty. I'm looking forward to that kind of first moment. Yeah, I'm just ready to go. I wish I didn't have to wait another 30 minutes or so to get the show on the road, but yeah, it's good.
Y'all walk down, you got him by the arm, and you're walking beside, so it's kind of like a little bit of a disconnect. So if you just kind of maybe put your arm on his shoulder or something. Heavenly Father, it's a special day, and we are really excited. This is the day you have made, and we are rejoicing. We're asking, Lord, that just you give a sense of peace and calm, and especially calming your nerves, and just enough, Lord, to enjoy this special day. We rejoice as we get to watch you make Dan and Sarah one in marriage. You're an awesome God, and we're grateful that we can witness this. Help us, Lord, to worship and to rejoice in this day. In the name of Jesus, amen.
Amen.
We're at the Bridal Chateau today to unveil some details about veils. Nothing completes the look of a bride better than adding a veil to her ensemble. Now there are many different types and lengths, so we're going to go over some options so that you know what might look best for your look. Now we have some general lengths, and it's easy because they use the body as reference. So you have your flyaway shoulder length, elbow, hip, fingertip, and your extended legs like ballet and cathedral. First, we're going to talk about the birdcage veil. Now we have this adorable Swiss dot veil. We've paired it up with a garden short T-length wedding dress. So you have a plainer dress, and it's all in the details. It's bringing the whole ensemble together. Now the great thing about the birdcage veil is that it actually can give you a couple of different looks. The dotted veil looks great for more of an informal or a garden wedding, but if you did more of a plain net or even the Russian tulle with the large holes, those work great for like Gatsby type weddings. So you can go anywhere from informal to formal with this particular style veil. Next, we have some of our shorter lengths, the shoulder, the flyaway, and the elbow length. Now these are usually a little bit more informal to the styling of them. And the great thing is you're not overwhelmed in veiling. Now you can do something short where it just kind of flies away at your shoulder line, or you can do something just a little bit longer so that it holds in shape. And again, sometimes trying on a veil is almost like the icing on the cake. When you put that on, you just feel like a bride. But if you don't want to be overwhelmed with your veil, these are great options for you. Next, we have the fingertip veil. Now, to me, this is almost like your quintessential traditional veil. It's great for almost any look because it has a traditional formal look to it. It's long enough, it comes about to the tip of your fingers, but it's not too long. So it works great with almost every type of dress. Now, you do have a couple of different cuts for some of your veils. One of our favorite is the angel cut. So you'll see that most veils are kind of cut circular. This particular one is cut at a rectangle. So what that offers is you've got this little flap that can kind of come over your shoulder line. So if you want a little bit of coverage, maybe you're getting married in a church, it's nice to have this to pull forward, but you can also push it back. And when it's back, it actually waterfalls down the back of your dress, leaving a really beautiful line of beading. Now, we have a lot of brides come in and they fall in love with the dress and they ask me, can I have that train lengthened? It's usually going to be pretty expensive. The first thing I'll do is I'll pull out a cathedral veil. because you can easily extend the length of your dress just by buying your veil. And you're going to be bustling it up for the reception anyways, so why pay all that money to custom do your length when it's just going to be coming off? And girls, you can always bustle your veil so you can wear that throughout the entire night. This particular one we've shown has beading on the edge. So again, if you fall in love with a dress but the train is just too plain for your liking, you can always add a beaded cathedral, and it's almost like adding the beading to the dress. It'll just sit right on top, but for a lot less money. Now, if you're going for a more traditional look, there is always the mantilla. Now, the difference between regular lace veils and a mantilla is that it has no gathers. The lace comes all the way to the comb, so it just sits right on top of your head, and it's a very formal look. And you thought all the details stopped with just finding the dress. Why don't you call the Bridal Chateau? Let their expert consultants help pair up your dress and your accessories to perfect your look.
Of all the parties you'll ever give, your wedding is the most important. The Columns Banquets would be honored to showcase your day in our time-honored tradition of style and elegance. The patio with its lush gardens and enchanting waterfall makes the perfect backdrop to gather for cocktails, capture photos, or even say, I do. We'll coordinate all the details and help you plan the perfect menu. To schedule a tour, call us at 674-3241. The Columns Banquets.
Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Wedding Planning Weekly, sponsored by the Columns Banquets and Key Video Productions.
But before we leave, I want to encourage you to go to your computers, jump online and check out BuffaloBridalAssociation.com. You'll find information about the organization, links to all of our members, and a page where you can register for your free tickets to the Buffalo Bridal Expo coming to Seneca Niagara Resort and Casino on January 24th. We're calling it the show of shows because Buffalo Bridal Expo is not just for the ladies. Guys, there'll be great discounts, opportunities to meet with the vendors, sit in the limos, taste the cakes. We're even giving away thousands of dollars in prizes. It'll be a great day and you don't want to miss it.
And we're only 2 weeks away, so you can instantly download your tickets today. We'll be back here on the same station next week at this time, and we hope you'll join us then. For the television crew at Key Video Productions and everybody at Wedding Planning Weekly, I'm Beth Clark.
And I'm Ben Fantaschi. Goodbye, everybody.